everyone, and welcome to the second day of the May 2021 Online International Fiber Festival. I hope you had an awesome day yesterday wandering through the American South. The music alone, am I right? Today we have more music coming your way as we head through Atlantic Canada. But before we get to that, I want to introduce you to our vendors from the region. First, we have Belfast Mini Mills. Belfast Mini Mills manufactures fiber processing machines for smaller scale fiber producers, and they also have their own line of yarns, including exotic fibers. They sent me some samples of their yarns to share with you. I'm so excited about these. First of all, we have, this is their Superwash Merino 3-ply. This is from their Island collection. Get a load of those colors. Can you see the different? There's blues and purples and greens all spun up together. And that, I would say this is a worsted. Some people might think it's an Aran. I think it's a worsted, a 3-ply at that thickness. We also have the 3-ply here in one of their hand-painted colorways. Look at that. I got to take this out real quick and show you how pretty this is when it's open too. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? For your super cheery friend who loves bold colors. I love this. It's gorgeous. There's two more I want to show you. The first one, I'll have to wrap that up neatly later because we're on camera right now and I got to tell you about this. This is their specialty sock yarn. It is 80% superwash wool, 20% nylon. A 2-ounce skein is 225 yards, just so you're aware of that. Look at the depth of that color though. That's just lovely. It's a very soft sock yarn as well. And then this one is the one I'm most excited to show you because I have a special love for this yarn. It's a Samoyed merino blend. So it's 75% Samoyed, 25% merino. And yes, Samoyed is a dog fiber yarn. It is an incredibly warm fiber, first of all. A lot of the times the reason why they ply it or they blend it with merino or another fiber is because if it was just worn on its own, it would be too warm. You would overheat in it. You can see that Samoyed fiber yarn has a beautiful halo to it. See if you can see that. So if you find mohair to be especially itchy, as some people do, Samoyed fiber is an easy way to get that same brushed mohair halo effect without having the itchiness of a mohair that affects so many people. It's also very, very soft. And yes, it's a dog fiber yarn. No, it does not smell like dog. It has a perfectly clean smell, even when it's wet. I've knit with Samoyed fiber before. It doesn't get like dog smell when it's wet or whatever. It's just a really great soft yarn, and it's so soft. I just love working with it. Can I just hold it like this for the rest of the day? Find them in the marketplace where you can get 15% off their mill store using coupon code OIFF15. Our next vendor is Spinny Yarn Crochet. Jillian Hewitt is the designer behind Spinny Yarn Crochet. She creates clever, precious amigurumi patterns for crocheters for free. Look at how adorable these are. So incredibly sweet. And this style is, I find, much easier on the hands than traditional amigurumi. Now, I said that her patterns are free, and that's true. They're available on her blog for free. But if you go to her site and decide you'd like an ad-free version, you can purchase a PDF version that you can print yourself or that you could knit into a program like Knit Companion to help you follow along. And they're very, very inexpensive. They're available through her Etsy store, and it's totally worth paying for it to have that ease of use. And you'll be supporting the designer. So find Spinny Yarn Crochet in the marketplace at oifiberfestival.com. Our third vendor from Canada is Sweet Skein O'Mine. Amanda is a hand dyer based in New Brunswick. She does have some very vibrant colors, but most of her colorways lean towards soft, soothing colors that have me thinking about Monet paintings and spring flowers and the golden hour lighting. She works with a variety of bases from sock through bulky and even has a slub base too. And she's very happy to talk to people about custom colorways to suit your needs. Find her in the marketplace where she is offering 10% off your order with the code HAPPY10. For today's classes, we are going to be focusing on knitting and our stashes. But with your Craftsy membership, if you are not a knitter, you are welcome to explore any of their classes during our morning learning time. The first class I recommend is Plug and Play, Custom Scarves and Shawls with Amy Singer. Mittens and Gloves Galore with Marley Bird is the next that I recommend. We're in Canada today. You got to keep those hands warm, right? And finally, we have Stash Busting, Making the Most of the Yarns You Have with Clara Parks. To kick off our documentaries today, we have a mill tour from Belfast Mini Mills. They take us through the process from fleece to yarn. And if you stick around to the end, you'll get to meet Shadow, the mill mascot. Those who have a membership to Curiosity Stream have 2 recommended documentaries. One is about Gander International Airport, which has a really fascinating history for such a small airport and such a remote location. Also, there is a documentary called Soul on Ice, which chronicles the development of the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes that was founded in Nova Scotia 20 years after the first indoor hockey game was played in Montreal in 1875. So this league goes way, way back. The Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes instituted some modifications to their hockey games in their league that were then applied to the game as a whole. So they were real innovators that had a big impact on hockey. YouTubers, you will have links to a quick visit to Grossmorn National Park. Also, there's a brief documentary about the history of the Micmac, who are the First Nation people of the Atlantic Canada area. After that, there is a documentary about the Cajuns. Now, many of you will hear that and wonder why that wasn't covered yesterday when we were in the American South, because the Cajuns live around New Orleans, right? But the Cajuns began as the Acadians living in Atlantic Canada. It's a really interesting history that many aren't aware of. We also have a documentary about Lucy Maud Montgomery, of course, the author of the Anne of Green Gables books. Those who are watching with children should be aware that this is a documentary about the author, not her characters, and it really is aimed more towards adults than children. There are 2 more documentaries, one about cod fishing in the 1880s and another about the Halifax explosion, which I don't want to spoil for you. I had never heard about it before, and it really was quite a shocking event there in Halifax. But that actually is not all. Did I just say we had 2 more and now I have more to tell you about? We have a lot of documentaries from Canada, but a lot of them are fairly short, so I packed in a lot of number-wise. Before you head into dinner, there's a video about rug hooking and another about Natalie McMaster, who is a Cape Breton-style fiddle player, and she has been connected with a lot of different folk and country bands through the years. Shout out to those of you also who watched the Fiddle-In documentary from yesterday. You're going to get a lot more of that today. She'll talk about what it is that distinguishes Cape Breton fiddle-in and piano playing from other forms. For dinner, we are going to be enjoying some Newfie fries, clam chowder, and blueberry grunt for dessert. If you can, do your best to use wild blueberries for the blueberry grunt. You may have to go and look in the frozen section of your grocery store. They are different from the larger ones that you tend to find in the fresh section in most grocery stores. But if you do have to use the typical blueberry, that will work also. All right. For our evening entertainment, we will be enjoying a House Kaylee from Cape Breton. Now you know why I put in that Natalie McMaster video in the afternoon. It was your prep work. It's a joyful evening of song and dance that you have ahead of you. I hope you have a blast today. Remember that as you go through today, you're welcome to check in on the Online International Facebook group and Ravelry group. Or if you want to post to Instagram, use the hashtag OIFiberfest. I will see you tomorrow in Norway. Bye, everybody.